Live. All right, we are back. I just wanted to give a disclaimer. I apologize for the hiccup. Anybody watching live or anybody watching in, later, we will be splitting this episode into two separate videos. My entire internet just decided to die, so I had to reset everything. But we are live once again, I believe. Anyway, what were we talking about? We were talking about the almost civil war in Russia, right?
Yeah, and I was saying how that could have been like also a potential psyop for the whole keep your eyes off of what's going on with the White House situation with the sun and all that thing. I think if the submarine wasn't going to be a viable news source, they had that to fall back on just to keep the news cycle away from what's going on in the White House.
I think you may be onto something because I do know that the submarine thing, it happened on Father's Day.
Yep.
So 5 days later, it's Friday. Everybody figured it out, and then almost instantaneously they had something else hit the chamber ready to go. So I think you may be onto something there. So
I think so. They're just trying to keep everything up. And also, I've been lately watching the whole the White House press secretary, the lovely Kareem Jean-Pierre, how she just goes, you know, talk to she's reiterating anything that whenever anybody asks about the whole Hunter Biden thing and the text messages that came out, which I find quite interesting. But nobody wants to talk about in the mainstream media. It seems like
they keep playing hot potato.
Except for Greg Gutfeld. I mean, his show is awesome. His nighttime show he does. He has Tyrus on there. It's a great show. People should watch it. I mean, it's better than any other nighttime sitcom.
Tyrus, aka, for those of you who don't know, Brodus Clay in WWF.
Brodus Clay. I know, when he back then when he had Naomi as one of his dancers.
Yep.
Yeah, dude. I love Brodus Clay.
The Funkasaurus.
The Funkasaurus, dude. I love him, dude. Here, Xander, look up a picture of the Funkasaurus.
The Funkasaurus.
The Funkasaurus, Tyrus Clay.
Here we go.
Dude, I love this guy, and he's actually the right-hand man to yeah, he was
also.
Oh my god.
Also, hold up. He was also the security guard for Snoop Dogg.
Ooh.
Dude, he's also right now the who is he the heavyweight champion for?
I think he was the TNA champion. Not a TNA.
He's TNA champion right now. So he's been holding that for at least 6 months now.
Dude, this picture, he kind of looks like an old, fat, Marcus Phoenix. A little bit.
Dude, you should actually watch Greg Gutfeld. You should hear some of the shit he says on that show. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
He's a really cool, down-to-earth guy. I want to ask you, because remember I know that former WWE wrestler, it's not my fault, he works by me.
Snitsky.
Yeah, I was going to say his name, but yeah, Snitsky. Man. I'm going to ask if he actually knows,
we all know who he is. He had the best rivalry with Kane.
Isn't he the guy who booted the fake baby or something?
He drop kicked the baby, Lita's baby, and goes, "It's not my fault."
But I want to backtrack for a second here because you were talking about this just before the show, maybe also being something along the lines of a misdirection.
I think this is a new news thing. So since the Russia thing's not working out, I kind of find this ironic that goddamn. Pete Buttigieg, how many train derailments do you need to have as the transportation secretary?
Yeah.
Going into the fucking river that goes right into Yellowstone. Leaking all this shit. So another thing.
Yeah. Just so happened to be leaking more poison for the water supply. Oh, how convenient for the powers that be.
Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah. This happened yesterday. Yes, this is a new news cycle because they don't want you to talk about what's going on in the White House. They don't want you to talk about. I think this is just another thing, and maybe this naturally did happen, but
it's so coincidental if it did. It's just so perfect timing.
What was it, Minnesota? Freaking out in Arizona. How many? I mean, I get trade derailments see what happened, but I thought, what happened to the infrastructure bill? I thought that was supposed to help that.
Well, I think they took all that money and put it in their own pockets.
Oh no, I think they took all that money and sent it to Ukraine to launder.
Oh, that
If
too.
you really want.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, sorry, not sorry, but First Amendment, and this is just an opinion. It's not a fact. Just so people know out there.
Yeah.
My personal opinion. But like, I'm getting sick and tired of all these coincidences that are happening. Like, but yeah, this
Yep.
Montana derailment. Yeah, 7 freight cars into the Yellowstone River. Yay.
Yikes. And like some of these, like that's an oil truck right there. Like,
Well, it has some type of fluid in there. That's a tanker that
Yeah.
carries some type of gas or liquid. More than
Yeah.
likely a liquid.
but
yeah.
I want to talk about this real quick. Like I reported on this, I believe, on Friday during Talkness, the Omni Coalition news show. From Odyssey Central, teachers sound alarm on trend of students as old as 11 still wearing diapers. What?
What?
Like,
What?
apparently, like a lot of it's a problem. Multiple sources here. Like, we'll of course have this link in the underbar of the description. And I accidentally hold on a second. Recently closed tab. Bring this back here.
So parents aren't potty training their kids.
But yeah, like somehow children are not learning how to use the bathroom either naturally or by their parents not teaching them. And then for some reason, it is expected of the teachers to change the diapers of these students, during classroom hours. Like, what?
Well, if these woke teachers want to be parents to their children, well, then I guess they should. Change the diapers of the parents who don't want to parent their children, I guess.
No, the parents need to parent better. Like, hold on, stop and think about what you're saying, Alice. Look at the problem we have. No, like, look at the problem we have with people who like children a little too much in our school system. Now now we have that problem and this diaper problem. Like, this is heaven for these people. Holy crap.
Oh, I know.
Oh, and my God.
That was the irony of my joke right there. It was a
Yeah.
bad, horrible, dark joke, but
Yikes.
seriously,
But seriously,
these teachers who want to no, it's not cool that these kids are 11 years old and still wearing diapers.
Yeah.
Like, they should have been potty trained 10.
Well, I mean, like,
9
just
years
naturally,
ago.
you would think to learn how to, just watching a dog, relieve itself in the bark, you'll learn, pop a squat, squeeze, and, there you go. Like, up to 11 years old, who's still wearing diapers? They're uncomfy, it's messy.
The age dynamic for these parents who have 11-year-olds right now, who they, what their age, gap is. Like, are they really just not, they're so involved in other things that they can't teach something so simple as, I know it's not easy as potty training.
No, it ain't because some of them are so involved. Some of them ain't mentally fucking fit to do anything.
Well, some people just shouldn't be parents also at the same time. I don't mean to be an asshole out there, but there are some people out there who just shouldn't be parents. If you can't teach your kids the simple things of how a potty training and teaching them in a constructive and positive way, but not being negative on them. Being there, teaching them life things that are important. And you're expecting all the teachers to do it for you, then you shouldn't be a parent. Teachers should only teach arithmetic, history, science, math, reading, those type of things. Music, art. All the other stuff they don't need to teach.
We need to stop outsourcing parental requirements to other people, because that's what schools really are. Because people used to teach their own children, back in the day, like back there when there wasn't schools, or very few institutions,
Absolutely.
or they couldn't afford it for one reason or another. But back in the day, parents used to teach their children, everything, and then now, parents are more involved with work or whatever, so we outsource that work to other people, aka teachers, professors, institutes of learning. But we should not have been doing that with sexual education, and especially I'm sorry to interrupt, but it is just boggling to my mind how by 11 somebody doesn't know how to not wear a diaper. What the hell?
How do they go to the bathroom without shitting their pants?
I know,
Yeah.
right? By the way, welcome, Cyrus. What a time to join the show.
I know,
How you doing?
Cyrus.
You know, I learned how to ride my bike when I was 12.
Ooh. Look at you with your fancy lobby dog.
I was like 6.
But
like
you
5
don't
or
ride
6.
a bike now.
Because I don't have one and my brother's fat ass broke it.
Oh.
Well, she
These
doesn't.
things happen. What are you gonna do with that? I mean, but like seriously, that actually stopped talking to me that there are 11-year-olds in school who have to have their teacher change their diaper.
Yeah.
That's not a place for a teacher.
No.
Nope.
Like, it isn't. Like, that should have been taken care of when they were like, you know, the latest 3 or 4. You know, some people are a little late blooming with
Great
that.
tip.
At it.
When I was being potty trained, if I actually, you know, successfully went to the bathroom and I didn't make a mess, and I washed my hands, of course, my parents would reward me with M&Ms.
Oh yeah.
They don't do that anymore, but
Well, you're not potty. You're potty trained now.
I know. But like that'd be nice. M&Ms.
You know what? Maybe you can
later
fake
tonight-
amnesia and like have
Later
them do it
tonight,
again.
You could go, like, if you're at your parents' house, like later tonight, just go to the bathroom. Like, hey, I went to the bathroom. I didn't make a mess. I have some M&Ms.
Oh my god.
Let's see what they say.
Yeah, and for me, I'll get an M&M for putting the seat down. Keeping
Yeah.
it down.
Yeah. Seats down, man.
Yeah, it was an important thing to make sure that when we went to the bathroom, we didn't make a mess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Specifically, the
Exactly.
boy.
Yeah, I remember getting rewarded if I went to the bathroom properly when I was getting high. And like, I know a lot of people don't remember that, but I actually do. Like,
I tell you what, as someone who used to work as a janitor,
I did.
I tell you what, as someone who used to work as a janitor, you'd think that some of these adults were never potty trained. Yikes. I have.
Oh my god, the bathroom at my work, I always have to call maintenance because that is just disgusting. I'm like, how did you even manage?
Have you ever seen it on the ceiling?
Oh,
Actually, at
right.
Job Corps, at this place I used to go to for training, Job Corps, yes.
Oh my god.
Everywhere. I would clean the bathroom, top and bottom, sparkling, spotless. Next day, I would go in and clean it again. It looked the exact same. And I'm like, how the fuck?
Like,
It's
I'm not going to get into
12
too much
hours.
detail, but what I will say about, like, one of the worst experiences I've ever had as a janitor, they somehow managed to get it everywhere in the stall except the toilet. Like, not only not in the toilet, but not on it. Like, the toilet was sparkling, the floors, the walls, the ceiling, the inside of the everywhere. Just
That's nasty.
caked. Yeah,
I
no.
got you beat. I've got you all beat. All right.
How?
Remember, I used to be a car detailer.
Oh, this story. Oh, God.
Now, let me tell you about how about the axe? How about there's 3 options. We have the puke, the number 2, or the giving birth in a car.
We don't need any of them. That's all nasty. Like, yikes.
Okay, well, giving birth at the car, sometimes you literally can't help it. You're like on the way to the
well,
hospital.
She was also like an hour away from the nearest hospital. But I
Yeah,
did
that makes
clean
sense.
that up. That was a sight to see. That was disgusting, but at the same time, it was also at the same time it was a beautiful thing. The kid, from what I understood from the father when he came back and picked up the car, baby's healthy and in good spirits, and everything, and the mom's healthy and fine.
Oh, good.
And he also
Yeah,
gave,
that
he
happens.
also
That's
gave me a
understandable.
$500 tip for cleaning his car.
Nice.
So I'm like, yeah, so I'm not going to be upset about that. I mean, it
That's
took work.
understandable.
Oh, that's a biohazard too. But then there's the person that had diarrhea in the car, which was a baby, unfortunately. It was a car seat, thankfully, but it did someone getting on the back seat, so we had to remove the back seat. That was horrible.
Before we make me throw up, let's find another topic of discussion. Speaking of babies,
Yeah, well, it's the easiest to clean
Kicking
up
the
to do if
peanut
we want
bodily
to.
function.
speaking of babies, Alice, this is an article
Speaking of babies.
you were talking about here.
Shit.
How
Yeah.
close are we to making babies from bone marrow? This is wow.
Hopefully,
That sounds
hopefully
cool.
a long ways away, because if we can make babies from babe from bone marrow, which actually I'm pretty sure, like, I'm just questioning this right now. Somebody in like some crazy dark lab somewhere has already successfully done it.
I wouldn't be surprised. But like
Dark web meets dark lab. Yeah.
Yeah, some dark lab somewhere in like a evil place where they're cross customizing things. You know, like so maybe it's like half baby, half walrus. I don't know.
good God.
You know,
Half baby,
Uh,
half
Wait,
walrus.
I think we've already
I-
had one of those, and
I-
wasn't he one of the hosts for MythBusters?
I have
The
no
host
idea.
for
But all I know is that like
Man, don't talk
grabbing-
about Jamie like that.
this bone marrow has a lot of stuff in it, and like between bone marrow and like the stem cells that you get from like the stem of the brain, people can do a lot of crazy things with it.
See,
Like,
like,
if
Yeah,
anything,
imagine that,
I bet you with the marrow, they're already at least able to make organs off of that marrow. from a
Don't
person.
mess with my kid. He's part walrus.
but I think like because I read a little bit of this the other day, and from what I can gather from this, what they're doing is essentially a data transfer. So they're taking the DNA of the bone marrow, taking like the exact like like the chemicals, the acids, the molecules, like what the actual data in the
They're trying to build a baby without
dihydronucleic
actually
acid
blowing
is,
it.
and then copy pasting that essentially into an artificial sperm cell, and then making children from that. So
How
that
do they figure this
It's,
out?
like, it's cloning, but on a more higher end scale.
How do they figure out that would work?
well just
Because you know
copy
it's in
paste.
bone marrow.
Like if it works on a text document, maybe it works with DNA. I don't know.
Well,
Is that gonna help?
Sometimes people have bone marrow transplants from other people. It's a very, very painful process to go through because you have to drill into the center of the bone and
Ah,
extract that marrow.
yikes.
And in
What were
that
you gonna
marrow
say, Cyrus?
in that marrow has a specific kind of like DNA chain and code and with amino acids and everything. You can definitely do it. Like if there was an episode, it's called The Last Time for Everything from A.N. Flux with the animated series, where they actually like slowly drill into like through the armpit into like the bone, and A.N. Flux essentially has herself like rebuilt.
Huh.
It's a very interesting episode, but actually like then it questions you. Like I'm not gonna like do a spoiler of it, but it's a really good like episode of A.N. Flux.
Cyrus was trying to say something earlier. What's up, Cyrus?
I was just wondering if this process of creating life is going to help like screen for like making the healthiest fetus that they can, because I know sometimes like with regular baby making, people don't know right away that their baby might be like prone to Down syndrome, or they're gonna have like MS, or like the baby is gonna have some other health issue that couldn't be foreseen beforehand. So is that gonna drop the number on that?
Well,
Good question.
like you're like that screams eugenics to me. Like this is getting into scary town, because like if we can start manipulating our young to that level at that time, like we can start making like perfect people, or we can start making perfectly manipulatable people. We can somehow
How about
science.
perfectly healthy people.
Yeah, well, no, we can. Well, hold on. Why would the powers that be want to make perfectly healthy people when they make so much money off of us with the pharmaceutical industry? What
So
if
they could potentially find like genes of like really, really sick people, and then just like
Absolutely.
Oh, God.
This is getting scary.
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
We're going into a rabbit hole here, dude. I
Yeah.
mean, seriously. Like,
But
there's so much you can do with like manipulating the DNA and the chromosomes. Sorry for the background. There's rain. I had to go outside and have a
Yeah.
cigarette. So.
I mean, like this reminds me of like during the Olympics. During these last Olympics, China was collecting all the DNA from all the athletes, and like the common consensus is that they're trying to get all the like what makes the best jumpers, the best sprinters, the best sprinters. They're trying to make an actual super soldier. Like they're trying to genetically engineer a superhuman to be like the perfect like flesh and bone soldier outside of straight up robotics. And that's terrifying. And now with
But on
this,
the other end,
we can start it from the very beginning. Like, So,
You know, if I was actually going to be like implanted anything, I'd rather be Major from Standalone Complex and Ghost in the Shell. At least like you have the option instead of being forced into it, you know.
I'd like to get
gonna say,
spliced
but
with some
also-
monkey DNA.
I was gonna say on the opposite end though. You know how much money somebody would pay for a perfectly healthy, perfect child? Like, they can make some serious money off of like creating like the perfect child.
Well, not just that. Have you ever seen the movie The Island?
The
I
island.
have not
You mean Dr. Moreau?
Right?
No. The Island where they're all they discover that they're all clones and all that
You
stuff.
mean the one with Erin McGregor?
I think.
Is that the one where they start aging and
is.
stuff?
No. Okay, they're all on this island, and it turns out to have been an actual facility of the clones of like celebrities and rich people, and like it opens up like one of there's like this big black guy, and he wins the lottery, and he gets to go to the island, but they're actually harvesting his organs because the actual real person of him that he is his clone. Was like had liver failure or whatever, so they killed the clone and took the liver. So if we can start just producing humans with perfect aspects, what's stopping us from having human farms in case we, we get too old, or we suffer from a disease? We have a backup kidney waiting for us,
Yeah, it's
This
kind
is
of like
basically the movie with me. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Soros.
I was gonna say it's kind of like when people like have a child and they're born sick, so they have a second child and they start harvesting the organs off of the second child onto their first one.
Yikes! That's a thing. What the hell?
Scary.
Yeah, that's a
What?
thing.
Wow.
Like people will
Well,
have like
The
a sick
thing
child,
where?
because then they
yikes.
have a perfect match.
A thing
Wow.
where? Where is that a thing?
Well, no,
Where is
people.
this?
No, like it's all over the place. People will like have a sick kid, so they'll have another kid who actually turns out to be healthy, and then they'll start like harvesting like the organs off of the second child to put onto the first child to try to like
Oh,
save the
What
first
the
child. So the
fuck?
second child is literally just spare parts.
Wow. What
Oh,
the fuck,
okay.
dude?
I
Like,
get that
ugh.
That reminds me of like there's this movie out there. I think it has Mila Jovovich in it, where she like brings all these disobedient women, and they end up getting like cloned out and bringing out like a more pretty successful version of them, and they're just being cloned, and they like the woman that runs the place. She's like a succubus of sorts, but for women or some shit. I don't know. But Mila's in it, like, from Resident Evil. Can't remember the name of the movie, but it's a very interesting movie. Or it tries to like make women be more etiquette and proper and shit. But that's what it kind of reminds me of. I got a little pond in the front of my place right now. I almost want to go swimming.
Huh.
That was
Just kidding.
random.
No, it's only like an inch. Well, it's because of the rain coming down out here. I got like a tiny little pond, but it's not really a pond. It's more like just an inch deep. So I'm not gonna go swimming in it. That'd just be silly.
Oh, it's a puddle.
It's a big puddle, but the size of it looks like a little mini pond.
Hey, Alice, I have an idea.
What?
You grab little one and chuck her into the puddle.
No, I don't even know where she is. She's hiding.
That's
somewhere.
why. No, but like we have a ufology article here
Why
actually.
Why would I hurt a cat? I don't food. That's
I don't
my
know.
weakness. You know that. I love Koshkas.
Yeah. We have an article here from NOAA, ufology. AARO
I never
must be
read this
provided
one.
UFO information and material within 180 days, along with a, quote, comprehensive list of all non-Earth origin or exotic UAP material, in quotes. No legal action can be taken against anyone who goes through the procedures set by Congress. Grush has opened the floodgates. So essentially, from what I know, and it's too bad that Noah isn't here because there's a lot more to this, but apparently recently a government entity has disclosed and confirmed that we have, I think it was 12 extraterrestrial vehicles. So vehicles not from this Earth.
Damn. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Well, no, I remember like he was talking about this a couple weeks ago, and we kind of dabbled into it a little bit. But like, it is an interesting thing to hear. Like, is it true, or is it like just a ploy for distraction with what's going on right now?
Well, to
Look
me
here,
this
not
sounds
there.
like Project, and I keep forgetting which one. There's Blue Beam and Blue Book. But one of them, like I think Blue Book, hold on, Project Blue Beam. I think Blue Book is the study. Why is it not typing? Project Blue Beam. Project Blue Beam. What is? Hold on. Why is it not telling me?
Because it doesn't want to tell you.
It's not letting me know. Well, of course, Google won't let me know. But essentially, Project Blue Beam, I believe, if I'm correct, is a false flag perpetuated not by just the U.S. government, but by the entire world, in order to bring in martial law and lock down every citizen globally in their home, and have them think that an alien invasion is under, like we're under attack. Like, yeah. So, and with all of this disclosure, like the past 3 years, ufology community has been like fluctuating. We had this 9-page nothing burger of a document that came out in like 2021 or something, I think.
Yep.
And now like they're so like. So now, like, all these government entities, all of a sudden, they're just like, oh, yeah, we have this, we have that, this happened, that's disclosed. Oh, yeah, this UAP or USO, like, skimmed over, like, a freaking, like, because there's a documented evidence of a situation where, like, a UFO or a UAP or whatever the hell you want to call it, basically buzzed over a U.S. Navy vessel. Like how an aircraft would like buzz a tower or something at an airport, like flew over it, like perpendicular, like
the UFO pulled a Maverick from like Top Gun,
essentially, like more or less like that from what I hear. So, but that like you have all these government agencies saying all of a sudden after 70 years since Roswell, they've always been denying this. Oh, it's a weather balloon. Oh, it's this. Oh, it's that. All of a sudden now everything's mushrooming, and then look at all the other stuff happening around the world. Like to me, it's obvious that they're setting up Project Blue Book or Beam or whatever the hell it is. So, like, it's just weird. All of a sudden, all this is happening because you're talking about distractionary efforts. From the submarine to the Russian thing to now this train collapse bridge in Yellowstone. Like, I have a feeling they're moving the chessboards and they're getting ready to do checkmate. So
we'll see.
A really hard game of chess.
Yeah. But anyway, Alice, you also posted this earlier today.
Which one? The Boston police. This is one my boyfriend told me about. So apparently they found this apartment in Boston, Massachusetts, where there were 4 children essentially. Actually, I should have Lewis come in. He knows a little more. Lewis, come here.
Well, now we know his name. Alice.
And she's become dial-up.
Oh, she's robot-y again.
Do you know about the
Autobots transform and roll out.
Come here.
I love the story. It's fucked up, but it's so absurd. You can't help but laugh.
Okay.
There was a drag queen party in a Section 8 apartment.
No.
One of them started overdosing on drugs. The emergency services showed up. They found alcohol, drugs, sex toys, and 4 kids hidden.
6 cross-dressing men.
Yikes.
With drugs, alcohol,
And sex toys.
and 4 kids that were not related to them.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that is. It's not funny. It's actually terrifying.
That's,
I see the
yikes.
anime.
It's absurd. You would never see an article like that 20 years ago. It's so absurd. It's fucked up.
I'm
It's
surprised we
absurd.
see an article of that today. They'd be covering anything like that up. Like, I'm surprised it got out. Honestly.
The police and the mayor are trying to say it's all conspiracy theories, but the fire department got there first and confirmed it.
Yeah, the fire department got there first,
Wow.
and it says it in the article, but they are like, "Oh my god, yeah." So this is the story. Like, I figured it was best that my boyfriend would tell the story because he's the one that told me about it, and I found the article that he was talking about.
I didn't think it was real at first.
You didn't think it was real. He didn't even think it was real at first.
And
Wow.
How absurd it sounded.
Yeah, it happens, dude. Like, this is like absolutely insane. This is insanity. Like, but at the same time, like, holy
It's
crap!
insane
Like,
absurdity.
yeah. Well, as my boyfriend said, the fire department showed up there first before paramedics or anybody else, and they're the ones that confirmed the story. But now the mayor and police department chief or whatever are trying to deny that that was part of it. They're just saying, well, yeah, there were kids involved there, but they weren't a whole bunch of drag
Yikes.
and alcohol. Like, this, like, is, like, the most mind-boggling thing. And this happened out in Boston. Of all places.
Yeah.
In Boston here. Like, the only thing funny about that saying the Bostoning here. But, like,
Yikes.
that's a fucking terrifying story. Like, if that's happening there, like, imagine how many other places this is going on. And, like, there are people talking about this trafficking going on, like, from the southern border. Do you want to know why it's going so bad, like, so horrifically? It's because you want to know how half of those, like, about a quarter of the people being trafficked are children, and we don't even know where half of them are, and that's another story to go with. Like, we could go into that in a whole different, like, show, like, talking about, like, where are these children? There's, like, 250,000 children, like, missing.
Wow.
Well, maybe not that much, but
Wow.
I already know that, like, what is it? This one guy and Mel Gibson are working on a 4-part series documentary about, like, they already know that there's at least 20,000 children missing from Ukraine since the whole debacle with Russia and Ukraine happened a year ago. 20,000 children are unaccounted for, and not by death or anything. They just don't know where they went.
Wow.
Where are they?
That's
But
scary.
yeah, but Mel Gibson is doing this 4-part docu-series about it. And so if you start hearing about how Mel Gibson's this horrible guy again from mainstream media, know it's because of this upcoming documentary series that he's helping somebody with about this.
Yeah, I saw something
But-
about this the other day. Like, they're talking about how they're slowly going after him because he's going to be speaking truth or something.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. Pretty
Yeah.
much, yeah. Like, Mel Gibson he's already been blacklisted because of, like, the drunken, recorded, like, messages and stuff and conversations he had with his ex-wife, which are not good. I've listened to them and I'm like, oh my god, dude, get a grip of yourself. But the same
Yeah,
point,
like, you know,
he's
Alec
no
Baldwin
fault,
say some shit to his daughter.
Yeah, well, I would say keep an eye on it. Like, they're either going to try to socially suicide him, or they're just going to suicide him.
You can't already socially suicide someone that's already socially suicided himself.
Yeah, he's also, I heard he's trying to make a follow-up movie for the Passion of the Christ, too. Like, the whole aftermath of it and everything, so...
There pretty much is a movie like that. Risen.
Yeah, I think he's doing a new one, but anyways, I mean, I find this kind of fascinating, but also terrifying at the same time, because, like, it's like, I've already known about human trafficking going on for a long time, and it's something that people need to talk about, and I believe that both sides of the parties in the United States have a hand in it. Not all of them, but a lot of them do. And it's despicable that we're allowing people to traffic children, and, like, there's also goes into the whole organ harvesting thing with, like the marrow. Like, maybe they're taking marrow out of these children, or doing even worse, you know.
Well, there is something to that because, like, for the longest time, and this goes back like centuries, like, it was always believed by the elites, the wealthy, the aristocracy, and all that stuff that the youth had some kind of magical property in them in which consumed specifically, if you drank the blood of children, it would give you more youth and all that stuff. Now in today's world, and I've seen videos about that, about how, all these missing children and all that stuff, that there's a cult, within the celebrities, within the globalist elitists and all that stuff. What's her face? Queen Elizabeth II was rolled in with all this. They believe that she lived so long and everything because she, consumed, the blood of children or whatnot, did occult practices. That's all conjecture and speculation, of course. But something's going on,
or anything, but it's rumors.
Yeah.
But I've also heard what Kim Kardashian has said, that the reason why your skin looks so flourish and whatever lush. I was what was it, back in 2016 or 2017, maybe 2018? She was actually getting facial treatments where she had foreign blood injected into her skin.
Oh my God.
That wouldn't work. That would
For
not work.
it's like a facial.
That won't work.
That would not work.
I don't know, but I saw something about where she was using blood to do facial stuff. I was like, what? It's not like a blood mask or anything. It's injections.
I'm about to say, well, someone did that, but they didn't do it that way. Madame Laurie.
Oh, yes, her, I remember. She was actually so hated that they burnt her house down.
Yep.
I mean, there's some
But
lady
on
out
the
there-
topic of unusual cures for things, there was a queen who, way back in the day, she used to take she used to kill people, take their skulls, crush them down, and then drink them.
What the
Because she
hell?
believed that it would cure her seizures.
Oh, she had epilepsy.
Oh my.
Yep.
I've seen this one lady online who, after she couldn't afford her Botox injections anymore, she started just injecting herself with cooking oil.
What?
Oh,
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
I've seen that. It's horrible.
What?
Pricey pay for beauty.
Wow.
Dude, I'm not gracefully aging like I hoped, but I would never subjectify myself to anything like that. Sure, when I was a teenager, we didn't have tanning oil, and my friend and I, like an idiot, put cooking vegetable oil on us with tanning oil.
Oh no.
Yeah, this was right before I started my freshman year in high school.
Were you a
I
tomato?
ended up having my skin peeled off right between my tits.
Oh.
From it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I burnt my cleavage in my bikini, and I was like, what the hell? But no,
Ouch.
I don't have a scar there now or anything. I didn't actually really keep a scar, but I'll tell you this, for a week, 2 weeks, it was the most painful experience I ever had.
I bet.
Yeah, well,
people have been
we got super, super stoned, and it was her idea for us to use vegetable oil on our skin. And I was like, okay, let's do it. I don't like
That's really stupid because it's oh hey, we are going to get a bunch of heat put on us. Let us put on the same oil we use to cook food because that's intelligent. What?
Yep.
Yep. I was really stoned, and I was just like, okay, I think this makes sense, I guess, but it didn't. Oh, I know. I learned better.
Yeah.
But actually, ever since then, I was 14 years old. Ever since then, I have never had an interest in tanning or going out in the sun. Since I was about 13, 14 years old, I don't like being in the sun. I don't like tanning. I don't like any of that. I learned my lesson from that.
Yeah.
And
Well, you can wear sunblock,
26
sunscreen.
years ago.
I guess we
Wear
can say,
sunscreen.
Alice, that if you weren't,
24 years ago.
I guess we can say, Alice, if you weren't baked already, you certainly were at the end of that.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, I got bit. Alright.
Huh.
Literally
The
saw.
fucked up part is the fucked up part about it, part of my French, part of my German, I don't know what I would say, was actually I could have just turned over on my other side and checked my back, but it's no, we need to stay on the front side so we get a good tan. And I'm like, okay.
Well, you're getting all
2 hours
robot-y.
later, yeah, I ended up Oh, did I? Dang it. I'm gonna go back to my laptop.
Well, I think it's actually a
I
good
love
time
you,
to
Phil.
wrap up the show. We're approaching the hour here.
Oh, are we? Well, we did have a very good show here. A lot of shit to talk about,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Dude, I think this is one of our better shows, and I'm just happy that we got Cyrus and Scott, and we have Sohan in here, and you and myself.
Yeah.
Like, this is a good show. Like,
We're all here.
for future reference, Scott and Cyrus, like, if you find any like off the wall like things to talk about for the show here for the Peanut, we talk about everything and everything. So I mean, just put it down in our channel over on the Omni Coalition server, so that like we can actually have that for a talking point in the future.
Anything of
Will
interest,
do.
not just weird. Anything that interests you, like news,
Yeah,
geopolitical,
absolutely.
socioeconomic, weird stuff. Like,
Anything and everything. You could talk about geological. You could talk about a cute cat video, and I'd be like, ooh, what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I got something interesting to say.
all right.
What?
For Xbox players, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game will be on Game Pass.
What? Oh,
Oh.
shit snap.
Oh,
I didn't even know that they made a
Yes.
a game for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
I did just.
Yes, they did.
Oh, video game? Like,
Yep.
Yes, a video game.
they're
Oh, is
coming
this like
out
an
with
old
something.
school one?
Yes, it is. So it's like the old movie.
70s like era.
Yes.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I just
73
heard,
Texas Chain.
we just heard Magnetic just say something in the background. Bluey kablooey. Yeah, no. Apparently, it's going on to Game Pass for Xbox users.
What about other game consoles?
Yeah. What
Well,
about other
Xbox-
game consoles?
I don't know about the others, but Xbox and PC, if they have Game Pass, they can get it.
Oh, so Xbox and PC if you have the Game Pass. Okay. All right.
Yep.
By the way, Soen, thank you for reminding me. I was notified by like what's his face, King something or whatever. Metalocalypse, Army of the Doomstar. There's a trailer out now. Metalocalypse is coming out with a movie.
Metalocalypse
really?
is finally coming back. Brendan Small is doing something.
I believe so.
Oh my
They
gosh!
got
So
a
after the
feature
show,
film?
is there a trailer for it yet? Or
Yes,
it
there
just
is a
talked
trailer.
about?
I just told you
Okay,
there's a
dude.
trailer.
After the show, okay, so that's what I thought you said.
Yeah.
Alright,
After
we're
the
watching
show,
the
can we
trailer now.
play it? 'Cause,
Yes.
I know because of copyright things, we don't want to get in trouble. But like after the show, play it for me. I want to see this shit because I've been waiting years. Because the last time was it was the
Years.
Metalocalypse Death Opera.
Yeah. No, I
I've
think this
been
is when the
waiting.
actual like Metalocalypse
Okay.
apocalypse situation is going to happen. Like, this is where like
Oh.
all the whole build up. Like, remember when they were talking about the Metalocalypse has begun and all that stuff? Like,
Yeah.
this is when it actually like the fire and the hell and actually comes to Earth and everything. So
Ooh, I have an idea. Tonight, we watch the Metalocalypse.
it's movie night tonight.
Sunday is movie night again? Oh, yeah. Well, we
Yeah,
got
no.
movie night, boys and girls out there who
Yeah.
are part of the Omni Coalition. Woohoo!
Yeah.
Woohoo!
But anyway,
But anyways, I guess we should probably conclude the show, right, Xander?
yeah.
Well, thank you for joining the Kick and the Peanuts.
You're
I've been
welcome.
joined by my lovely partners in crime here.
Hey, Xander.
Scotty Bugatti.
And where is
So
he?
him.
There he is.
Oh, and we did have a Cyrus, too.
For a
She
while,
just-
yeah.
She just
Yeah,
checked
she
out.
popped out. Yeah,
Yep.
but yeah, we have a lovely crew here tonight. I hope we do this again next Sunday, all of us together. Maybe we have more people. We can have a debate and talk about things, about like different opinions of shit and whatnot.
That sounds fun.
Thank you, everybody. I know that would be fun, right?
Oh my gosh, people trying to debate with Alice?
Oh,
good
God.
Lord. Don't worry. I'll be cool. I'll be as cool and calm as a cucumber.
No, it's
All
not.
right.
It's not your temperament. It's the fact that you can unintentionally go into a filibuster.
Yes, I can, dude. Maybe I should be a politician.
You
'Cause
talk
I can
enough.
filibuster the shit out of Congress. I'd be like, oh, what? You want to pass this law? I don't know. Well, we're going to talk about this content.
Oh, hey, look, little one. Look, everybody, it's little one.
Oh my God, there's a cat coming over. Let's play with the cat. Dude,
Anyway,
don't you like
yeah,
cats?
until you guys catch us next Sunday, or if you're interested in some history, we have a history show every day. at 11 in the morning. We have a news show every Tuesday and Friday at 3 p.m. And this show, of course, is every Sunday at 3 p.m., which is 4 p.m. Mountain, so in with the Central.
Okay, so, no, 5 p.m. Central.
5.
Yeah.
6 p.m. Eastern time.
Yep. So
Yeah,
until next
and
time you catch us.
anybody out in the other things, do your math for your time zones outside of here.
Yeah.
So.
So until next time you see us, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection. Rate 5 thumbs and subscribe. Toodles.
Doodles.
Yeah. Wait. You know what? You forgot. Be cool, stay in school, and don't do drugs, everyone.
Well, that's your phrase.
Does everybody else have any slogans for the evening? Yay? Nay?
Huh.
Yeah.
All right.
Stay